Good evening, frequency and use? Nah, I didn't think so because I've been listening for, I don't know, 30 minutes or so. Good evening, my name is Paul, K4PEW Net Control for the Mount Juliet Simplex Radio Net. I'd asked for emergency traffic, but if there was some, it would already be there. If you have an emergency, call 911, please. And if you can't do that, or you're waiting for additional help, just give us a call. We'll go ahead to help you any way we're able to. Just make sure you give us your address. For information on that, you can go to YouTube right now and see the screen of my radio, which gives you an indication of your signal strength and other people's signal strength relative to yours, at least to my location. You can also hear stations you might not normally hear on your radio. It'll give you cause to improve your station, I think. It did me anyway. It does other people too. There's been a lot of people that have upgraded their stations over the last 9+ years. We're conducting the net tonight. We normally conduct them. Well, let me go back. Back YouTube. Then we go over to 146.415.net for information on Simplex. Groups.io and do MJSS in their search block. Or you can send me an email at k4pew@arl.net. We normally meet at 8 p.m. every Wednesday and Saturday night. We conduct the net on 146.415 FM Simplex. Purpose of the net is to have fun, figure out what we can hear, hopefully we are building a community of like-minded hams who are interested in Simplex as well as ham radio in general. And I guess I've said many times, so some of the nicest people I know are ham radio operators. Very public-minded and also fall into the technical side of things. They also fall into the interesting people side of things. Where was I? Oh yeah, announcements. We have this net tonight, which includes the and 145 upper sideband, and then upward 415 FM Simplex. Oh yeah, the other announcement, of course, is Saturday. We also have nets on Sunday night, which you can look on the webpage there on groups.io and see our net schedule. But we also have nets on Saturday night. And we also have a 10-meter net on Sunday night, which you don't want to forget about. It's on 28.415 also, but it starts at 7:30 p.m. So please be there. By the way, happy Thanksgiving to everyone. Hope everyone's, in spite of their situations, they're thankful for what they have. Thankful for ham radio. Thankful we can afford ham radio. Thankful we can have a good time with each other. Oh yeah, the other announcement would be Saturday. In spite of Thanksgiving weekend, we're going to have a breakfast Saturday morning over Golden Corral in Hermitage. Anybody have any other announcements or corrections, additions, or multiplications? All righty. Let's see. Don't have any other announcements, I don't think. We've had quite a bit of traffic on the Mount Juliet website there on Mount Juliet groups.website, all about where to buy parts, and we're limited to where we buy parts. That's HRO Gigaparts, or you go to Chattanooga, or you go to Atlanta, or or you go online, go to Amazon. Well, there's other places too. Some other fancy schmancy places you can find online to spend a lot of money on radio. All right, well, we'll be started. This is net number 950. But we also, right now, are going to start from people short on time, mobile, or first time checking. Please come down. Well, you jump right in there, don't you, Mike?
Yeah, trying to get things out the other way.
Yeah, I'm with everything going all right?
Oh yeah, we're resting up from Sunday. Sunday didn't go as planned as Saturday did, but I've been resting ever since.
Well, plans are made to be broken, and nothing ever turns out the way you planned anyway.
Oh no. Good thing I got time on my hands.
Oh, absolutely. Sometimes too much time.
Yeah. That's where I start spending money and buying more radios.
Yeah, I know. I just look around and I say, I think I've got enough.
Well, I say that too, but you can't never have enough.
No, that's true, but I have enough redundancy in this. Almost everything I have, I don't really need. I'd love to get better antennas. I'd love to get a tower. I'd love to get a lot of things, but my HOA here, who's sitting in the other room, won't let me do that.
I hear you. Kind of know the feeling. Kind of know the feeling. Yeah. I'll get backups for backups and backups for backups. But you never can. You know, you never can have too many backups. So I've still got another radio coming in. 706. Hopefully here shortly, and get that in and start playing with it.
Oh, awesome. Yeah, I remember you telling me about that, I think. Anyway, anything else for the net, Mike?
Now, everybody, we'll say happy Thanksgiving, everybody. Hope everybody has a good holiday, safe holiday, and eat a lot. I know I'm going to. And then we'll turn back over to you, Bob. Kick with you.
Very good. That's Mike in Hendersonville, Kilo 4 Victor Alpha. Who else is short on time? Or mobile, or first-time chicken? Might be a very short net. No other mobile short time or first-time chicken? Or first-time mobile or first-time short on time? All righty, we'll go to the west then. Please come down.
Kilo Oscar 4, Mike Kilo Delta. KO4 OTV.
Hold on. KO4 OTV. That's hold on one there, Joel. It was Doug. KO4 Mike Kilo Delta.
Roger, Roger. How you doing tonight, Dave? Oh, I'm sorry.
That's all right. I've been called a lot worse. Been married 3 times, man.
Well, I've only been married once, and apparently it did work out the way we planned because 51 years. So I just want to say happy Thanksgiving. I appreciate you doing the net. We have a lot to be thankful for around here. Things are not perfect, but they never will be. But good enough for me. KO4MKD, back to net control.
Well, very good, Doug, and congratulations on 51 years. That's awesome. If you had my 3 together, you had about that many years. Sorry to say it didn't work out that way, though. And yes, we have much to be thankful for. And no, nothing's perfect, at least this side of heaven. Anyway, that was Doug, Kilo Oscar for Mike Kilo Delta, and he is in the, was it Bethpage?
A Greenbrier.
Oh, there you go. You think I remember that. It's hard for me to remember. I'm getting old. Anyway, Oscar for Mike Kilo Delta. 51 years married. That's awesome. Joel, there you are.
What's going on? Oh, you doing all right?
Oh, a little bit rushed, but this evening I was going to do another Facebook feed, but I couldn't figure out how to do it on my phone the last time how I did it. It confuses me. I'm getting old.
Oh, you're trying to do live on Facebook now instead of YouTube?
No, I got both. I just wanted everybody to see my. I wanted them. It adds a point of interest, and I think it makes people feel better to see me because then they look good, compared to me.
Yeah, I heard that. Yeah, I figured I'd get on tonight since I was off to enough lately. But I did get an email from Main Trading Company about the ICOM ID50. I'm not taking a look at this yet, but it seems to be now the cheapest option for D-Star.
How much is cheap at this point for that radio?
Well, I think it's still a little high, but it's $3.99.
Well, I paid almost that amount for my DMR radio.
I know, and that's insane because I got mine for $2.19, I think, out the door. But I also bought a $100 hotspot, so there you go.
Oh well, that's 2 different things though, because you would use a base station or a radio for you use the handheld with the hotspot.
Oh yeah, absolutely. And I also use D-Star with that hotspot as well, so it actually works for multiple modes actually.
You could put up a hotspot. You could take that radio to a tower you put in your yard and then just go out simplex.
Oh, if I had the money to put in a D-Star, just the equipment alone, I would be doing all right. But I tell you, that ICOM ID50 looks pretty sharp for what it is. It's not a color display or anything like that. It's kind of like the ID51 is, kind of, but or 5100, I should. But 51 is the same way. I forget they make that as well. It's also a handheld. But it's tempting to get, but I don't know, man. That's a lot of money for an HD.
Only 5 watts.
That's another thing. Which I've got an amplifier I could hook it to, but I don't know. I'm still on the fence about it. I don't know. We'll see if it comes down a little bit. Yet.
I'm telling you, you know how when you have something proprietary, it tends to cost more. It's like but that Japanese amateur radio society, whatever, who created that thing, they must be cashing in on that thing.
It's crazy to me. It's the only mode out there that I know of that costs that much to get into.
Yeah, and it's but your do kit on at least well, no different than the DMR radio. It's similar because the one I have is FM and DMR on one radio, and it's got a whole bunch of other features, and so does the DMR. I'm excuse me, so does dual band, or dual mode, I should say. And it's still, they cost probably about the same. I think. I don't know, what's a base station D-Star radio go for?
Well, the one, well, you look at that. I think it's the 9700. It for the one like I think Jack has that radio.
Well, A, B, he's retired.
That's a big deal. He told me he got it with his stimulus money, and I wish I had done the same, which I may have with the 7300. I can't remember if I did that or so I don't know if I used that or, I mean, I got one check, I think is what I got that year, but it seemed like so many other people were. That base station, that one there, it's probably the most expensive, but the ID 5100 that you do D-Star on, and it was the cheapest at first. It was $379 when I bought mine, but now I think I've seen it in some places now.
Yeah, I don't get it really. I mean, I guess they figure they got a lock on a very good system, and they don't want to let loose of it. And at this point, and D-Star has been out for, at least from memory, it was already there when I got in here 18 years ago. It's been around for at least 18 years that I know.
Well, they started developing in the late 90s, and by the early 2000s, they had pretty much had what they needed. So it's been around from what I understand over 20-something years.
But they've somehow failed because, like I've said, DMR repeaters, there's more DMR repeaters out there than there is D-Star repeaters, like in the state of Tennessee. But I'm guessing it's going to be a similar thing. It's not like, it's not like, excuse me, that's Tennessee, but the rest, I don't know what that is. But again, D-Star has a following that is obviously there, or maybe they don't have enough. I don't know.
Yeah, something's not adding up, because Kenwood and ICOM are the only ones that have that mode, and that have it on Kenwoods, but a lot of your ICOMs have them. But it's such a strange thing that it's that to get into it. But yeah, I'm with you. It's not adding up to me. I mean, I love the mode. It's just there's just hardly anybody on it. The thing about the D-Star repeaters is they cost, from what I understand, a lot more than a DMR setup does.
Yeah, so I'm told. Several years. The short story was he put up a tower, like a 60-foot tower. He had the property to do it, and he put it deep in the appropriate antennas and a beautiful grounding system and everything. Got hit by lightning, burned it all up.
Yep, and I'm gonna say that was the one that was.
No, this was down in Florida.
Oh, okay. That's the same thing that happened to the one that was here. I think it happened just before I got into the house. I don't know, maybe a year or two before I got into it, and because I bought this radio with D-Star, and I didn't know what the heck D-Star was, because I didn't nobody about ham radio really that much, but so I was curious about it one day, looking everywhere for this D-Star repeater that was supposedly in Nashville on repeaterbook.com, and I saw it on there, but I got to asking around, and everybody was like, "No, I got hit by lightning, and it's been tracked." For that, and then I found out about the hotspot, and I was like, well, I don't need a repeater after all.
Well, that just goes to prove, like that one that got burned up in Tampa, the other HD stuff.
That's it. That's the only thing. That's the only answer.
Anything else for that, Joel?
That's it for me. Paul, you have a good Thanksgiving, and everybody on the net. KO4 OTV.
Yeah, my Thanksgiving started out with a couple of pizzas from a couple of miles, but good pizza. Anyway, that was Joel, KO4OTV. He's in Joel, west of Ashland City, actually. Who else?
KG4 LV, Jack and Donaldson.
All right, single and loaded with cash.
Well, you're no boss.
Well, yes, that's true. No boss, and it means you have more money to.
Oh yeah, I'm just rolling in it over here.
Oh yeah, well, as I've said many times, I'm independently poor.
Thanks for doing that, Paul. Appreciate it. I'll let the next one check in.
Very good. That's Jack in Donaldson, Kilo Golf for India Lima Victor. Sid West.
Kilo Golf for Charlie Victor Echo.
Did you see that video? I mean the video that big sunspots.
No. I saw the one SpaceX thing, but would you send it today?
Just went out. I just sent it out a little while ago. I was I sent it out while I was waiting. No, apparently it's a huge sunspot arrangement, and we're going to be beat up with some kind of flares. And I was just all I could think of, because it wasn't a ham radio, just a space Inc. or wherever it is announcement about the solar flares and about the sunspots. And I thought, oh man, it's going to be great for AM radio. I hope.
Yeah, I saw that about 5 days ago. So yeah, interesting. Yeah, it could hurt some bands, help some other bands.
Well, it seems to be doing well on 2 meters.
Yeah.
Yeah, very good. Anything else from that, Greg?
Nope. See you on the next one. KD4 TV.
Very good. That's Greg, Kilo Delta 4 Charlie Victor Echo, and anybody else west?
KC4TNQ.
Man, you sounded really good yourself there, Charles.
Signals are coming in very well tonight.
Stay out of trouble. You're off this week, are you?
I was off today, and
Yeah, get and get.
did you blow a fuse?
I guess you made me mad.
I thought I was off today.
Jealousy.
You got a good signal.
Yeah, you sound good tonight.
Yeah, you got kind of have trouble hearing you, I think.
I know on the other I can
Hell.
for sure hear you on 2 meters. I think on some other bands I have to relay you some.
I think he said a major catastrophe.
Damn it. Dogs
You
got.
time one of those expensive radios like that.
Yeah, every time I think about buying me an ID 5100, I think twice when I see the price.
Hey, for those.
All right, I'm going to stand by and let Michael check it up. KC14.
For those you can hear me on the video feed, my dog's ripped off my my push to talk button, and I don't know where it went.
Actually, there must have been like an alien invasion. We're the only 2 people left.
Well, I wonder what happened to Paul. Sunflare got him.
God bless it. Freaking dogs, I'm never letting them in here again.
Yes, he does. I guess I'll just pick up and go from here, and then he can take over when he comes back.
No, I don't know where it went.
I think we're in the west, so Mount Juliet Simplexton Net, call him out. Nobody else west?
What is it?
All right, up to the north. Please call him out.
Where is it? You're on speaker.
K4WT. KE4TWI. Wes, you got a great signal to me tonight. You doing all right? I am.
Never mind.
Kind of worried about Paul there, but you sound good. Rumor is
I have a 35-foot tower laying in my yard as we speak.
Well, with plenty of fertilizer, it'll pop right up.
Yeah, I think it's going to take a little more effort than that. It's all one piece and it's solid. So we'll see what happens.
I'm back.
All right, well, that's good. I'm glad to hear. Everything else is fine here in the Possum Town area north of Lebanon Road. All right, back to you, KE4TWI.
Well, just so you know, you're about 55 over to me.
Okay. My little 5 elements doing good. KE4TWI.
All right, I think we went to north. We probably should have gone to the south, but we'll just go around the other way. So, anybody from the north?
K3CTP.
K4WKU.
Kilo 4 Bravo Whiskey Alpha.
All right, we had 3 there. First of all, I heard Brian, KA3CTT. What's going on with you, Brian?
Okay. K3CTP in the net. I'm leaving work right now. Ended up by Dollar General.
All right, I heard you say something about Dollar General, but you're must be mobile because your signal is picket fence.
It's going to get better here in a second. I'll be up the top of the hill. And that should do much better, I think.
All right, I'm going to take these other 2, and then I'll come back to you. Next up, I heard Ricky, met Steve, K4WKU. Man, you got a great signal to me tonight.
Man, you got an excellent signal coming up this way. Good to hear you tonight. Sorry, Paul dropped off the base, sir. I was trying to get him to let you pick up Ricky here. Thanks for doing the demo for this.
All right, Ricky, thank you. I'm really, really pleased that I can hear you tonight. I heard you last week, too. Next up was Ricky, K4W BA. Is that right?
Yeah, K4BWA, Kilo 4 Bravo Whiskey Alpha. Yeah, hey man, I figured since you're going north, I wasn't sure if you heard Steve because there was a little bit of silence, but you must have been listening to that other fella. Steve, I was going to get in there and relay him in if you couldn't hear him, but no, you heard him just fine. Hey, ain't got much going on since you got me in there. I'm going to Thanksgiving to everybody out there. Free, stay safe. That's all I got. God bless everybody out there. This is K4 BWA.
All right, Ricky. Thank you. Happy Thanksgiving to you, and I hope you stay safe as well. All right, we'll go back to Brian. You still there?
Yeah, I'm still here, and I hope you can hear me better. I'm over just above Rivergate, and just got out of work, and we just got done getting the range safety out. Tomorrow we're going to be watching TV all day.
Well, good news. I can hear you way better now. That?
No, just don't get yourself caught up in Black Friday or Black Friday.
And don't worry about that, buddy. I don't participate in that very often. That was Brian, KA3CTT. Before that, we had Steve in Bowling Green, K4WKU, and then Ricky in Portland, K4BWA. Who's next? North. Call now.
K4P.
What happened?
Dogs got the best of me. They ran out, and it was a couple of them running out of here. They caught one of them's neck caught my push to talk wire and ripped it off, ripped out of the club, and I couldn't find it. And then when I tried to hook it back up, I couldn't find the connector. So I'm back. K4P. You have to fill me in on it.
Well, actually, I went to the north. I should have gone south, but I went north because we had we had Brian, KA3CPT. We had Steve in Bowling Green, KWKU,
and Ricky in Portland, K4BWA.
Oh, awesome. Well, they're all canceled because you took without an order. No, you're actually better. I don't know why I went counterclockwise all these 9 years, but going clockwise would have made more sense. But whatever. I appreciate that anyway. No, it's just a little bit frustrating. I didn't know where the dogs took off because they thought bowl or something. And that was the end of that.
Well, they need food too.
They also need it.
All right, well, Paul, carry on.
All right. Who else is north?
AK4
For Gulf Sierra. I don't remember who that is. Help me out.
This is Rob Romeo Oscar Bravo in Hendersonville.
From Hendersonville.
Yeah, I changed the feed line out and a new antenna, so I hope it's doing better.
Oh, I don't think you could do better than that.
Roger, how do you copy?
Oh, you're 50 over to me here in Mount Juliet. I'm sure Mike has. Mike, you having the same?
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, killer signal. Although I wanted to mention too that Steve's out of Bowling, north of Bowling Green, was just it has almost as good, at least audio wise. I wasn't looking at the screen. I was too busy swearing at the dogs.
7 to me, I couldn't believe it.
Oh, I believe. No, the audio was perfect. That I could hear perfectly. I just couldn't. I couldn't make my. Anyway, Rob, how goes it?
I'm glad it's Thanksgiving and time to rest.
I can advise this: don't overeat.
Oh, no, I won't do that.
No, it's one of the. I every Thanksgiving I remember we'd go to my grandmother's house, and my cousin had a good buddy cousin of mine, and we'd go over there. We almost had a contest to see ourselves. And the basement is where we had dinner. Was in this big basement she had, and I could barely make it up the stairs as a kid because I was so full.
Roger, yeah, I've done that a couple times in my life before too. So I try not to eat too much anymore.
Now I'm in the same boat. I lost a whole bunch of weight over the last 3 years just because I said I don't need to go into my mid to late 70s as much as I did.
Roger.
Well, very good. Anything else for that, Rob?
I'm just happy Thanksgiving to everybody.
Very good. And happy Thanksgiving to you as well. That's Rob in Hendersonville, Alpha Kilo, Romeo, Gulf, Sierra, Big Signal. Who else is?
I'm north of Lebanon Road. Does that count?
If you can count, yes, it does.
Good evening, Paul. KI4SIB, KI4SOR. Hope everything's well.
Well, Stephanie told me you were a no account.
Well, I've known that for a long time.
How you doing, Richard?
Everything's under control. We're not doing Thanksgiving till Saturday, but we're going to be doing a pile of cooking between now and then.
Cooking for big.
About 25, 30 folks.
Oh man, I wouldn't want to pay that restaurant bill if you're going out to eat.
It will probably be cheaper to do that than it is to cook it, but we're going to cook it.
Is it more than one turkey? I heard somebody else in there. Hold on. Yeah, that's a lot of food though for 25 people.
Well, we've got one dog in the group that's got a hollow leg, and he'll probably pack away about 2 pounds of turkey by himself.
Well, those things. I like turkey, but I like the stuffing and all the other trimmings better.
Oh yeah, I'm not much of I like the dark. There'll be plenty for everybody, and I think there's about 4 or 5 folks making side dishes. So before it's all said and done, if anybody walks away hungry, it won't be anybody's fault but their own.
Very good. That's awesome. Anything else for that?
No, sir. Everything's under control. Thank you for what you're doing down there. We'll holler at you later. You're doing a great job as usual. 7:30, everybody. Cowboys, I'll be out of the way.
Yeah, as long as I can keep my dogs on. That was KI4SOR and KI4SIB, Richard and Stephanie, and the backwards order I just gave you. And so they're just west of downtown Lebanon for now. Who else is north or? Yeah, north. I don't say that one more time, please. Okay, anybody else north or east?
KG4CXC, Chris.
All right, for a nice long weekend.
Yeah, I'm doing good. How about you?
Doing pretty fair to middling, as they used to say.
Yeah, just happy to have a little bit extra time off, and it'd be nice to relax a little bit.
Yeah, the weather was miserable, but there's really no such thing. It's just changing weather patterns and cool weather.
Yeah, it came in today a little bit cooler. I was hoping for the vehicle, so that's not comfortable out there anymore.
Is tomorrow morning supposed to be the one where it gets down in the low 30s?
I haven't looked. I need to check.
Yeah, very good. Anything else for the net?
Nope, that's all I've got. 73, and happy Thanksgiving.
Yep. In Rural Hill, Kilo Golf Force Charlie X-Ray Echo. Just a couple of miles, 5 miles south of me or so. Who else is east?
K5S.
Oh, Carrie. By the way, that question you had about the simplex tone,
Yeah.
I believe that's a received tone, and it locks out everything but them because they're transmitted on a 100, and your radio would be set for the receive 100 hertz.
Okay. It just looks strange.
Yeah, I know it looks strange. I went through that same drill because somebody did that. I went, what? It just didn't make sense to me because you can do the same thing and receive tone, so it locks out anybody who might be on an adjacent the same frequency, but you're not going to hear them.
Yeah, that's a good point.
Very good, Carrie. Anything else for the net?
Negative. I'm just waiting for tomorrow, and halfway through a week off, and I ain't got nothing accomplished all week. You know how that goes.
Oh, I do. Michael, don't you hate it when people drink on the air and not talk about Carrie? I don't know, Carrie, can you hear that other party?
Negative. I can hear you, but that's it.
Okay, that's good. No, we just we had somebody who was playing around on the air here, and it wasn't one of our ham people. Anyway, anything else?
No, just looking forward to breakfast on Saturday.
Very good. I look forward to seeing you there. That was Carrie, Kilo 5 Sierra. There's only 2 kilos in it. And Carrie's in, he's in, dang, he's in, man, the name escapes me for the moment. Baird's Mill. Very good. Who else is east?
KM4YRF.
Yeah, thanks for picking up the slack. I mean, it was a little frustrating. At first, I was looking. Again, it's one of my pet peeves of life in the last, I'll say 30 years. It has nothing to do with ham radio. My pet peeve is they started making everything black. There's a couple of things that are gray, black. So when the push to talk ripped out of the socket, went under my desk, everything under the desk, the power supply, another device, and another 3 or 4, all of these devices I have underneath the desk that are all black. I couldn't see it.
Well, believe me, I know exactly what you're talking about.
Yeah. Anyway, Mike, any good thing good for that? Appreciate you picking it up.
No, I guess not, Paul. I've got everything ready to make the dressing to take to Margie's tomorrow in Lebanon, and we're going to have a good old time.
Oh, awesome. I imagine she's cooking the good stuff.
Oh, yeah. Just want to say, I hope everybody has a happy and a safe Thanksgiving. KM4YRF, back to Nick Control.
Yeah, very good. That was Mike. Juliet, Kilo Foxtrot, and as usual, he picked up the slack on my slacker dogs, causing all the ruckus there. That probably sounded good on. You probably could hear me on the audio feed from not from the radio, but from the video / microphone thing. I don't know what I said, but it probably could have been too good. Anyway, that was Mike, KM4YRF. Who else is east?
Whiskey 8, Papa, Lima Alpha, Philip at Tucker's Crossroads.
Hello, Philip. You doing okay?
Yeah, doing just fine. I've got the next 4 days off. I'm just ecstatic.
Oh, that is nice, though, isn't it? I mean, it's just nice to have a big long weekend. Problem is, you got to be back there Monday.
Oh, that's right. But yeah, I've already had 2 big Thanksgiving dinners, and I think I got one tomorrow night. enjoying sleeping in the morning and watching the parade in the morning.
That if you gave me 4 days off or 3 days off, particularly.
Oh, that's right. Well, I haven't checked in a while, and I may try to get some breakfast with y'all Saturday.
Oh, that'd be great. It'd be good to hear from you. Good to see you. I hear from you right here. But no, it was a good big breakfast. Would be great. And yeah, I don't know how busy it'll be, but it being a sad Thanksgiving weekend. But I'm willing to bet there is a lot of people going to be there.
I'll copy that. But y'all carry on. W8PLA. See you soon.
Very good. That's Philip. He's in Tucker's Crossroads, Whiskey 8 Papa Lima Alpha. Looking forward to the Saturday breakfast as well. Who else? Nobody else east? To the south.
November, Yankee Bill.
Hey, hold on, Bill. Somebody in Smyrna beat you out. Tony, how you doing?
I'm sitting upright taking solid food. My vision is slowly clearing. And since tomorrow is Thanksgiving, you know what's coming up next month.
Oh, I do know. That's right. I should have remembered that in the announcements. Christmas Eve, 7 o'clock. Be there for Santa Net. It's exclusive production here. I think it's exclusive production brand in the United States. It's all proprietary copyrighted material, all published by written and published. It's 7 o'clock, Christmas Eve. How's that for a promo, huh?
Use a lot of big words.
I don't know which one was that.
Well, you know, you said all that, but what my therapist says, he says it's good for me.
That's good. Yeah, that's right. I don't trust therapists either.
Anyway, no, everything's good. That dog excuse for your befumbles.
I'm telling you, so you guys can be entertained.
Yeah.
6 dogs and 2 cats.
Yeah, anyway. No, I don't know what else is going on really other than that. And my eyes are good. I'm good for another year. I'll go back to see him next year. I have one small vessel in my retina that's got a weak place in it, but he says that's not really a big deal. And my cataracts are not growing or anything. He says they're good. So I'm good to go.
Yeah, I got you. When I was a kid, growing up in Niagara Falls, which was on the news big time this morning, the falls are also called cataracts. So when I heard that somebody had cataracts, I'm like, what the heck can that possibly mean?
Better than dogarax.
No, it just sounded funny to me. Anyway, I'm glad your eyeballs are doing well. I've got an appointment myself here in a week or two.
Nope, that's it.
Very good. That's Tony, KF4, KFQ. Bill, how you doing? You got a good signal tonight.
Oh, I'm doing just great. I want to have this Thanksgiving out here. So what's new up that way?
Well, it's cold. Well, it's cool and a little bit damp from rain, but it's not raining now. But it's very nice out, actually. I mean, I may have told you this. I mean, you may have heard me say this over the years. After terrible weather I was in when I was in the Navy many moons ago, about 50 years ago, I had terrible, terrible, terrible weather. And I promised myself I'd never complain about the weather again. And I don't think I have. Once you've been in a terrible, Atlantic storm for days on end, being on land is just a...
Yeah, I hope everybody gets with their family and friends tomorrow. That's more important than most other things.
Oh, absolutely. There's only, well, there's actually faith, family, and country. I think that's the order we're in.
I think so. I better turn it on back on. My phone and then the bank Yankee will be clear.
Very good. Great signal from Bill in Murfreesboro. Kilo Mike 4, November. Who else is south? Well in your sector?
Doing
good down here?
Oh, very good. Nice and cold.
Yeah. You know, fall, boy,
I got to ask, do you go out riding your bike in this weather?
no, it's rough in the winter.
I'd be in the same boat. I used to quit riding my bike when it got below around 40 to 45. It's not fun. Anyway, that was Larry, Sierra, Yankee, Victor. Who else is Sal? Very good. Oh, I wrote down the wrong call. November, Delta, November. I was writing down
Oh, I'm doing pretty good. Really good.
Very good. We had a little bit of a double in there, but I got you pretty good there, David. And yes, and happy Thanksgiving to you as well. And I'll transfer all those sentiments to the rest of the crew as well. Anything else on that, David?
No, that's it. Good evening. Thank you very much. Happy Thanksgiving.
Yeah, very good. That was David, KI4, November, Delta, November. And he's getting radio. Who else is South? South or anywhere?
KB9 RKK.
Hey, you don't drink on the air, do you?
No, I do not.
Yeah, somebody does.
Okay. I think those guys are an 80.
Okay. No, you don't hear the other party on there?
No, I'm not hearing them. I heard you mentioning it, but I am not hearing them. They must be on a low power near you.
I don't know. It's all right. He can play his little silly games. We've lived through worse things. How's it going, Frank?
Doing good. Had a kind of a late day today. Kind of got in here late. Had a neighbor next door trying to take his big 30-foot RV to South Carolina this afternoon, and then his brakes caught on fire before he got to 109.
Is that right? So they were locked up, I take it.
Yeah, passenger side. So he called me and I said, "I'll come help you on the way home from work," and got it fixed. He's off on his way. Made it here. Everything's good. I heard, Philip say 4 day. I have an 11-day weekend, so I think I took all the next week off because it's my birthday week, and so this year it comes out to 11 days off in a row. So I want to be in a good place.
Oh yeah, definitely. Tell me on the trailer brakes. I've never had a trailer. Those are electric, are they not?
Yeah, but this was an actual RV, an E450, like not a trailer. It's an actual big RV, self-driving.
Oh yeah, those would be a regular hydraulic, I take it.
Yeah, it's he's got electro, like he's got like a pump. Actually, it's a hydro boost. So it uses a pump, and that runs the power brakes instead of the vacuum. And then it is hydraulic, yeah.
Oh wow. Yeah, it must be nice because I saw one the other day. I saw it. I don't know whether it was on Facebook or Marketplace or I don't know where it was. It was one of those fancy buses. It was over $1 million.
Oh yeah, no, this thing's a 2003. It has low miles, and the brakes actually just from sitting got rusty because he bought it used, and he got the rotors done, and he tried to rebuild the calipers, but it didn't really work right. They got stuck, and this is the first real drive he took it on. So I told him, go buy a new one, go buy a rebuilt one, exchange it, and put it on there. And you don't want to take chances with that, especially driving that far.
Doesn't those kind of things on those don't mess with the tires at all?
No, the tires, he had to get new tires from it sitting because they got flat spots. So he got a good deal on it, but he's going to sell it. He's used it like 4 times now. And like I said, it's really low mileage for 2003. I think, it only hit 10,000 miles on it. People buy them things and they just sit.
Yeah, no, it's a lot of work having one of those anyway. Even maintaining them is work. Yeah,
and the last time he drove it, he got hit by a drunk kid with no insurance somewhere in Pennsylvania.
Oh boy. Well, I don't know. I guess you can get uninsured motorist coverage from them.
Yeah, no, he's just, he was just, he's like, hey, I'm glad that everybody was all right. That's the main thing, But yeah, it was just, damage to the backside, and that kind of stuff. And he got it, the insurance took care of it. It's just terrible. It's like, hey, I took it on a trip. Yeah, good. Everything was great. The bad news is I got an accident. Some drunk guy hit me, So it's like, man, I'll tell you. Speaking of that, everybody be safe. Good. Everyone. I want to wish everybody a happy and safe Thanksgiving holiday, and but just be careful out there. A lot of drunks.
Yeah. Oh, I know. It's you hate to say it. You say stay off the highways, but that's how you get to see your relatives getting on the highway, your relatives and your friends. So it's kind of hard to avoid.
Yeah. Well, I was reading something about some kind of state police challenge thing. They're going to have all the extra, and they're not just going to be on the interstates. They're going to try to bolster the troopers are going to be out trying to help the rural areas and everybody there. So in other words, they're going to be on all the highways, 70 and 231. So and they're like challenging themselves to see how many people they can pull over. So you don't want to be one of those guys.
No, but it takes a certain commitment, a real commitment, to be a state trooper or a sheriff, because it screws up all their holidays.
Yeah, yep. I think my niece, she's a sheriff in Ohio, and she had to do something a little bit, crazy this week. She had to go to New Jersey to pick up a female passenger and transport her back to, extradite her back. So I'm like, ooh, that's going to be weird.
Yeah, well, it's hell being an Uber driver for a convict, huh?
Yeah, that's basically how she kind of put it. She's like, yeah, it's weird that she has to drive her. She's doing it herself. Yeah, and she has to go get her and bring her back. And I'm like, yeah, okay, that's going to be an interesting long drive.
Yeah, maybe better than you think. The woman's probably happy to see somebody from the outside.
Yeah. No, I don't know what it was for. They don't talk about it. Can't really, probably. So she just said she had to go do it. It was just like she was worried more. She said she was actually worried more about the people on the road and the traffic and driving there than the actual person she's getting. So that's that tells you right there.
Well, for what it's worth, most women are not violent offenders.
Not usually, no. So I don't know what it was about, but yeah, she was saying like she just was having a terrible time driving through because she had to go through from Ohio. She had to go through Pennsylvania. She's like, I'd rather drive through Kentucky. I'm like, but you got to know the whole thing. My niece, I love her. She's great. She's a cop and she's a good police officer or whatever, sheriff. But she's not the best driver, and she actually put her car in a ditch in her own subdivision while she was on the way to work to the station, and she was upset. Nobody was helping me. I'm like, yeah, it's because of your uniform. They thought you were there investigating that accident.
Oh, wow. Yeah, I've been on I don't think I've been on the Pennsylvania Turnpike in years, but I don't remember it being that bad. But it would be if you're around Philly or Pittsburgh, I'm sure.
Yeah, she was somewhere in there when she texted us, letting us know, like, yeah, I'm just ranting. I'm driving to pick up this person, and this traffic is horrible. And I'm like sitting there going, yeah, well, she should go to crazy places to drive, like Boston or downtown Manhattan. With all the cab drivers, I had to do battle with them a few times. Not fun. Don't recommend it for anybody.
Now I'll tell you that story some other day about driving in Manhattan. Anyway, anything else there, Frank?
Negative. I couldn't hear almost nobody from the south today. It's weird. But definitely, I know about the Murfreesboro. There's a hill between me and Murfreesboro, so I had to go all the way on the lowest filter and turn the squelch all the way down to hear them. But I think that's pretty normal. But normally I hear the other guys a little bit better. I heard them full copy, just not as strong as I normally do.
Well, Murfreesboro is actually to your southeast, so it makes it a little tougher, I think, too. Like you said, the terrain.
Yeah, I mean, you hear them great because you can hear them on the YouTube. I'm like, man, I can't hear him at all. And then I open up the squelch. I'm like, oh, there he is. So then I put the filter on the narrow filter, and it kind of helps boost the audio when it's weak like that. And then I could copy it. If I had my headset, it would have been no problem. But just crazy, that terrain. I mean, it's to be expected. But even with a good antenna, if it's not line of sight, if it's not there, you're not getting it.
Yeah, another testimony to how good the YouTube video helps us out in some small way. Anyway, anything else, Frank?
Negative. Just thanks for doing that, and everybody have a safe holiday. KB9 our attention.
Very good. That was Frank, Kilo Bravo 9 Romeo, Kilo here in Northwest Mount Juliet, right, almost on the Davidson County line. Anybody else? Any place, anywhere?
NANUT.
All right, very good. How you doing, Carl?
Hey, doing good, Paul. How are you?
Good. I actually had a nice pizza dinner, and that's one of my favorites.
Oh yeah, boy, that's mine too.
Yeah, no kidding. We found a place here in this area. I think there are only 2 locations, and they're in Gladeville and Mount Juliet, and it's about I don't know, it's about 4 miles south of me, but it's worth the trip.
Oh, that's good. Yeah, I've heard it been said. It's kind of like loving. Even when it's bad, it's pretty good.
I'm not gonna go there, but you're right. Anything else with that there, Carl?
Oh no, sir. Maybe I should have said that, but next Saturday after next, I think it's December the 2nd. That same Golden Corral, 8 o'clock Bible Nets get together over there.
Oh, that's great. So I'm assuming they rented they told them there'd be a room, so we'll be able to jump into the main room with them.
All right, yeah, just a reminder. Hopefully I'm voting to move it over there. Get out of that park.
Oh yeah. By the way, what you said is actually there's a bit of a huge truth in there. I've been married twice before, and you could say, "Oh, that's horrible." And yeah, I had some bad times, particularly with my first wife, but there were still good days with her. It's not as if it was 100% bad. If it was 100% bad, I've only been married one day. But there's good in all loving relationships. I call it.
Yes, sir. Well, thanks for doing the net, bud. Y'all have a happy Thanksgiving, and we'll holler at you later. NANUT.
Very good. That's Carl. He's in Franklin. November 8, November Uniform Tango. Who else? Any place, anywhere?
For VUW, Carl and Angel Town Bethpage.
Hello. I think there was 2 in there, but you covered up the other fellow. That we got the Victor Uniform Whiskey. How you doing, Carlin?
Doing okay. I just got back from Franklin, Kentucky, literally from a Thanksgiving dinner. So I thought, apparently I didn't. So anyway, thought I'd say hello to everybody and happy Thanksgiving to everyone also. Hope everybody can stay good and warm. I think it's going to be down to about 34 in the morning. Yeah. But anyway, that's the way it goes this time of the year, I reckon. You doing all right, Paul?
I'm doing great. I just noticed I got Carl preceded you on the net, and now I got Carlin, which not that that's any great feat, but it's just I thought it was nicely coincidental.
Oh yeah, I've been called everything but Carlin a lot of times. But they couldn't think of my name a lot of times. It's hey you, I guess that works pretty good for everybody every once in a while. Anyway, I thought I'd check in and say hello to everybody, and I'll turn it back over to you. That way you can get some more check-ins there. And I'm assuming, I don't know where you're going to from here all the way around. I guess you'll tell right here in a second what band you're going to next and all that. So, with that said, turning it back over to you from KD4 VUW.
Yeah, we're going over 10 meters upper sideband, 28.415 upper sideband. And then on the 223, if you're familiar with that one. That was Carlin, Kilo Delta 4 Victor, Uniform Whiskey, and he's in Bethpage and Angeltown area. Who else is any place, anywhere?
And one MDJ.
Hello, Michael. How are you tonight?
Oh, doing the best I can. Just dealing with life as it goes.
It's all good, though, isn't it?
Well, not all, but happy birthday to Frank. Heard him chatting about that. Sounds like he's got good plans for a good week and a half off.
Oh yeah, I couldn't. Well, I've been off. I have not worked, as you know, for a long time, and I forget how nice it is having a whole week or a whole 2 weeks off from work, where you just don't have to worry about it, you know.
Well, that's kind of new for me too. I get holidays and weekends now, so it's been kind of like a new life.
Oh no, I can imagine. That's right. That's like how my wife is looking forward to retire. And she's, she works 5 nights a week, 5:30 p.m. to 2 in the morning. It's a very hectic, weird schedule because you miss out on a lot of stuff, and that's for the obvious reason.
Been there, done that. I won't tie up the net, but I just want to say happy Thanksgiving to all, happy birthday to Frank, and happy birthday to Net.
Very good. That was Michael here in east side of Mount Juliet. It's November 1, Mike Delta. Michael, yeah, MDJ, Mike Delta Juliet. Here in Mount Juliet. Who else is any place anywhere? Are we done? North, south, east, or west? We got, of course, we don't want to miss out on the lollygaggers, lurkers, or sandbaggers. We got any of those? I hear, oh, it sounds like a squelch break. Is there somebody out there? Anybody can hear that? Apparently not. Well, very good. Sorry for the interruption earlier, but I'm glad Michael picked it up right away. And I can't wait to hear what that sounds like on the YouTube feed after I look at it later. Last chance before I move over to 28.415. All right, just give me a chance to change over. I'll make sure I'm on the right antenna. We'll go from there. K4P then. Very good. Call me just in time there. KI4 Zulu Delta Golf. How are you doing?
I'm doing pretty good. I just had to get this one thing back so there again. Sorry about that. I've been looking at the elevations up the state line, and I think my wife got very well. Got pulled out of there.
Where are you located now?
Step off 109 right in the corner.
Oh, okay, very good. You're signal. You're obviously you're mobile, so I wasn't sure where you were. Anyway, it sounds pretty good for being mobile.
Yeah,
Yeah, very good. You broke up a little bit. I think there was somebody doubling in there, but travel safely and hope to hear you on the air sometime over the weekend or on the next night. That was Kevin. He's mobile tonight, but he's normally here in Mount Juliet, Kilo India 4 Zulu Delta Golf. One last chance. All right, we're going over to 28.415. Like I said, give me a second. Make sure I'm on the right antenna. All right, this is KI4, K4, yeah, KI4. I used to be a KI4. K4PEW with the 20-meter portion of our net here on 28.415, looking for check-ins from the west. All right, I got you. Hold on one second, Charles. I got you in there, KC4TNQ, but I also have, and Charles in West Nashville, but I also heard Richard in there, KI4 SIB and KI4 SOR over there west of Lebanon. Was there anybody else in there?
KG4 ILD.
Very good. That's Jack, big signal out of wherever. Donaldson, Kilo Gulf 4 India Lima Victor. Who else is west?
Kilo Delta 4 Charlie Victor.
It's hard to forget west when you're starting there, isn't it, Greg?
I might break away.
That's right. Break away and start up on south. Anyway, that was Greg in Antioch, Kilo Delta 4 Charlie Victor Echo. Who else is west? Or to the south, please. Anybody hearing any south or west that I didn't hear? Yes, you made it fine. I got you and Stephanie in there. All right, very good. You actually sound a little louder than normal on 10 meters, so the sunspots must be helping. Who else is east then?
KM4YRF, and Richard was N5 to me.
Oh wow, there's somebody else in there too. That was Michael, Kilo Mike 4 Yankee Romeo Foxtrot. Yeah, he's always stronger to you than he is to me, and it has to be a terrain issue because he has some trouble going to the. Well, he doesn't have any trouble going south. It's going farther west that I think bothers him. Anyway, that was Michael KM4YRF. Who else is east?
KG4CXE.
All right, I heard Chris in there, Kilo Golf 4 Charlie X-Ray Echo, and then I heard KM4 Hotel Quebec Echo with Stan. Stan, good to hear you in there. Who else is east? Hold on, a couple in there. KK5 Sierra, Carrie's in there with a big signal as well. Who was the other party? Oh, okay, very, very good. Kilo India 4 Zulu Delta Golf. Are you still mobile there, Kevin?
Yes, sir.
Oh, very good. Just curious. I didn't know if you had a full mode rig in there, but obviously you do. That was Kilo India 4 Zulu Delta Golf mobile. Kevin, normally here in Mount Juliet. Who else is east? Or north?
Kilo Bravo 9, Romeo Kill.
Man, big night tonight, really. We had 27 on 2 meters, and I don't know what that makes with Frank. We're about into 12 or 13 here with Frank. Kilo Bravo 9, Romeo Kilo. Who else is, where the heck was it? North.
AK4 Jazz.
Okay, very good. That was that station I couldn't remember the name before. Yeah, that's right. I didn't remember that. It's Alpha Kilo 4 Golf Sierra. Rob, good to have you in there.
Yeah, Roger, sounds pretty good.
Oh, yeah, you sound great. Anyway, Alpha Kilo 4 Golf Sierra. Who else is, wherever I was? Where was I? North. Anybody else north or anywhere? Any place, anywhere? I heard somebody in there. Who was that? Michael, are you copying that station?
I'm not hearing anything, folks.
Yeah, so you say. Now, I heard somebody in there, but I don't know if they were replying to me or was something else. On 10 meters have been up and down the last few days, so it might have been somebody else. Anybody else? Any place, anywhere? All right, a big number on there too. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13 people I have. That's a pretty good night for us. And we're going to move over to 223, 415 until I hear somebody, unless I hear somebody complain. Nope, didn't hear anybody, so we're moving over to 223, 415. We'll see you there. K4P then. K4P.
KM4YRF.
End of the stream, folks.